So as many of you already heard and already know, the passing of an icon DJ and producer in the house music industry has left us and left a legacy and a friendship at this moment. I am definitely talking about Erick Morillo. He's an old time friend of mine. Uh, since we were kids, that's how long I known Erick. Uh, it's a sad moment uh, to say that we've lost a legend in the house music community. Um, he's definitely left a legacy out there and tons of memory for the world to see, and left great moments here on earth for us to remember. Erick for his body of work, his amazing smile, and his happiness at his craft and what he loves to do. Uh, Me personally, is it's hard to swallow this pill because I've known Erick. I mean, I met Erick when he was maybe 12 years old, and I was 14 years old when I met Erick. And at that time, Erick was already DJing. I mean, as a 12-year-old kid, and I'm like, I had no idea what DJing was. I didn't. It just didn't sit with me. I was thinking about different things while he was ahead of his time. But besides that, most of you that are fans of Erick know him as this amazing DJ that paved the way for DJs today. This amazing producer that produced amazing music. You know a lot of the songs that he's produced and been involved in. So I don't need to mention those. So you know Erick as a DJ, visiting him at his events, flying from all over the world just to see Erick. Me as a friend of Erick and knowing him for so long, I'm very proud of what he's done, and it's just a tough one to swallow, especially when you're close to him. And a lot of friends of mine that I know that know Erick truly understands the same way I feel, because I'm sure they feel the same way. When you have somebody that's a close friend that you went to high school with, and you see his pathway to getting to where he wanted to, and talking about where he wanted to be and who he wanted to be, in the music industry and the DJ industry, and to see him go through that path and work hard in countless days and practicing every day, and falling asleep in the studio, me going the next morning and he's on the floor sleeping in the studio. I mean, if that's not dedication, I don't know what it is. And he definitely made it in the industry. So if you want to talk about someone that's very dedicated, Erick is that kind of guy that's extremely dedicated. I wish I had that kind of dedication that he did in the music business. Forget about dedication is one thing, but the energy that this guy had was incredible. I mean, just don't know how he did it, but I've seen him do it. I've been there with him, and it's a great loss, to lose not only a friend, which is for me is most important, because I know Erick from the beginning to now, of when he started and the stuff he was doing in, and I'll get into some of those secrets that a lot of you don't even know, and they're good ones, not bad ones, but there's nothing bad to say about Erick. But it's a great loss in the DJ world. I'm just doing this video because I want everybody to know a different side of Erick, or a personal side of Erick, that us guys like myself and some of the guys I went to school with Erick, high school, know Erick and know the type of guy that he is. And so I'll start there. I met Erick, like I said, many years ago. I think I was like 14 years old when I met Erick. He was outside playing with football with some kid. He needed an extra person to play, so I was playing with him. And that's how we met. He invited me to his house because his grandmother was calling him to the window and say, hey, it's time to eat, let's go eat. And he goes, you want to come in and eat? And that's just the kind of person Erick was. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I went in that, I had some dinner with his, got to meet his grandmother, got to meet his mother, his sister, Sheila. And yeah, and that's how I met Erick. And as the years went by, we ended up going to high school together. And, throughout the years of high school, Erick's first encounter with music was, and a lot of you might not know this, was, freestyle music. And if you don't know what freestyle music, look it up. And it's not freestyle rap music, it's freestyle music. It's a kind of a Latin kind of, I don't know, freestyle music, like Judy Torres and George Lamont and, the cover girls, Cynthia and Sapphire. So he started a group called, Strong Impact. And a lot of you guys don't know this, but I was one of the members of the group. Erick came up to me and one of my friends, which was one of my roommates at the time, and said, "Hey, I want to start a freestyle group. Are you interested?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Erick, let's just do it. Whatever you want to do, let's do it. We just need one more. We need one more person. We need a singer. Do you guys know one?" And we knew one, and we formed the group. So, we had he started off with freestyle, and in his mom's house in one room there, and his first label was called Double Platinum, which was his his first label. I mean, it wasn't really a record label, but it was a company, that's what he called it. And then from there, he shooted up to do a remix of this guy called General. He did a remix of it. And at the time, Erick was DJing in this place called Shanghai Reds. A lot of you guys know this place that are from New Jersey. It was a really cool happening club. So Erick decided to play the remix that he did at that club. And, General happened to be there, if I'm not mistaken, happened to be there and heard his remix and kind of went upstairs to talk to Erick about the remix. And whatever happened with their conversations, the next day or so was in Erick's studio and created the entire album for General. I got to meet a really nice guy, funny, really cool, down to earth, not a big head at all. And Erick and I really gravitated to each other. That's why that album that he did for I was amazing. And through all this, and I have a good friend that was involved in this also. His name is John Garcia. Those two were great together with each other. I've been friends for many years also. And they worked hard together. And then from there, the freestyle situation kind of ended because the radio stations ended the freestyle. And they don't want to play freestyle anymore. So freestyle was completely over. So I kind of went my way and started going to school to do what I had to do for my education, as far as what I wanted to do for my full-time job. And so kind of touch base with Erick and John and whatnot. A few years later, I got a call from Erick and John on a two-way. Saying that, hey, we opened a brand new label, want you to come and work with us. And I'm like, didn't even think about it. I just like, sure, left my full-time job to go work at Subliminal. The very first day they opened, went there, and, my job pretty much was anything that I needed to get done, had to get done there. It was a small crew of, Erick, John Garcia, you had Romel, you had Ema, Deborah Erickson, myself, and then you had the producers, which was Jose Nunez, and you had Harry Chuchu Romero, and then there was Richard F. That was short-lived there, but was there. And then and that was the crew that we had, and we just made things happen. I mean, everybody had to do something. We had to do something to make everything, run the way it's supposed to run. And, it's a learning lesson from us, from all of us, And I was there for, I think a good 2 years after I, kind of moved out of there. And it wasn't because of anything. It's just because, it was just time for me to continue doing my education for what I do as a living. And I've been doing it for almost 26 years now. But that being said, Eric is the type of guy that he is. He'll give you his shirt off his back. He's a really giving and caring person. He's funny. He can always look for a time to joke around and play around. That's who he is. That's the kind of person that he is. If you need something, he's going to give it to you. If he has it, he's going to take care of it. He's just that kind of person. And he didn't have to call me to start Subliminal with him and John and the rest of the crew, but he thought about me, and to me that's shows what a true friend Eric was to me and to a lot of people that we worked at Subliminal at the beginning of Subliminal. And as you can see, Subliminal became a massive label, out there in the music industry, paving the way for great music that they put out. Back in the day, I remember promoting these songs, that Harry did and Jose did, and the Constipated Monkeys did, and going to record stores, calling radio stations, I mean, the hustle was incredible, and I loved it, every minute of it. So, Eric, yeah, he's a very giving person, but at the same token, he's become a very tough boss. And it's not because he wants to be a tough boss, it's because the industry made him this way. As you guys know, and I know, in this industry, somebody's always looking to, get something for free, or, there's that word that's out there, it's called the hookup, and they're looking out for themselves. And Eric, because he's such a nice person, he's willing to give and give and give. And he quickly realized that, okay, I can give, but I gotta I gotta think of the business first before I just start giving everything away. I remember we did Subliminal T-shirts, and they were beautiful T-shirts. They were very expensive. We wanted to sell the T-shirts. We wanted to give out a certain amount, and then we wanted to sell a certain amount. And knowing Eric, we ended up giving all the T-shirts away. And I know he did it because he wanted everybody to know who Subliminal was. So was it the right move? Yes, it was the right move. Was it profitable for the business? No, it wasn't. But in the long end, it was profitable for the company because it became so big because everybody's wearing these shirts everywhere, every party we went to, or every party we did. But yes, Eric is a super cool guy, but tough when he needs to be tough. You know, you know, and it comes with the industry. The industry makes you a very, very tough person. Everybody's always trying to get a piece of you or trying to get, knock you off that mountain. So yeah, he has to be a tough boss. And I don't hate him for that. I think every successful owner or business, you have a tough owner behind that business, and you need to be that way. So, you know, but the majority of the time, he's a really cool guy. His family is amazing. His mom is tough as nails, but extremely big heart. His sister's really cool. She's really down to earth, and you know, Sheila's awesome. The grandmother was amazing, amazing cook. I miss her food. I remember Eric used to order food from her grandma's restaurant, and we used to go pick it up. And man, and when we were eating, nobody was talking. That's how good that food was. So I definitely miss that cooking. But I just wanted to give everybody a little bit of an insight, of Eric, just a little bit. Maybe you know it already, maybe you don't know it. I know some people that are friends of mine already know about Eric, and it's so sad that we missing. It's so sad that somebody that good with that much talent is is gone, and I'm definitely gonna miss him because it feels so weird to know that he's not here, and he was only 49 years old. Whatever situation was happening with him, and whatever news was coming up with him, I want to remember Eric how I know Eric, and I want you guys to remember Eric, how you remember Eric. And I know there's things that surfaced, and we all go through a bunch of stuff in our lifetime, and we all have pitfalls and we all make mistakes. Me too. I made tons of them in my lifetime. But it's what you do afterwards, and I think, you know, I just want everybody to remember Erick for who he was and what he gave you as a DJ and what he gave you as a producer. I want my friends to remember Erick the way we remember Erick from high school, the comedian, the clown that he was, the good music that that he provided for us in high school as a DJ in our high school dance shows that we used to have. And yeah, he was a really cool guy, man. Really down to earth. He was good to his mom, to his sister, to his grandmother. Uh, Good to Javi and Javi's brother. And yeah, I got nothing bad to say about Erick. And yeah, have him and I have exchange of words. Absolutely. At the end, he was right, and I was wrong for whatever the situation was. He knows the business very, very, very well. He was eating, sleeping, and breathing and bleeding this business. So he knows it much better than I do. I just thought I was a guy that knew, the industry better than he did, but I don't. So I don't pound my chest as an ego person because I'm not. He knew what he was talking about, so I should have just kept my mouth shut. Moving on. Just I know I was supposed to have a soulful review out, but it's taking me a little bit of time. It's incredible how some of these labels just don't want to be reviewed, which makes no sense to me. But I don't want my YouTube channel getting taken off if they're saying, no, I don't want this, and I already put my YouTube channel and I'm getting X'd out of my YouTube channel, and I don't want that. So I'd rather follow the rules and regulations. If the next batch gives me a hard time, then I'm going to skip Soulful and go to something else. So please bear with me. But today is not about that. Today is about the legend, the friend, Erick Morillo, and how much we're all gonna miss him. And this weekend, I'm gonna do a nice tribute of all the subliminal stuff that he's put out, maybe a half hour of his music from the early days, from when I was there. So I'm gonna be playing that this week. I'm gonna record that and then probably put it on YouTube. And yeah, I am definitely already missing Erick, and it's a sad moment and a sad day in the house music industry for a legend to go and a good friend to go at the age that he is in 49. Way too early to go. And I feel like he had another 15 more years before he can go anywhere, or maybe 20 more years, who knows. Erick looked like he was a kid, and he still does. So it's kind of sad to see this happen. Yeah, it's a hard one to swallow. So thank you guys for stopping by, and yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow. All right, thank you guys. I'm gonna go. Before I get too emotional, I'm gonna go. Much love to Erick and his mom and his sister, his family. Rest in peace, my brother. Make the angels dance, because I know you will. Yeah, just rest in peace, my good friend. So enjoy heavens. All right. Peace out, everybody. Peace and love and happiness. Stay safe and love and stay happy, because that's free. And don't worry about the chaos that's going around you. Just enjoy life, because it's very, very, very short. All right. Talk to you guys soon, and stay tuned for my next review. All right. Goodbye, everybody.